Hello and welcome to the Certified Ethical Hacker Study Guide. In this video, we will discuss Chapter 4.8, Piggybacking and Phishing. Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Now let's dance our way into the first topic. The art of piggybacking. Sometimes security testers need to enter part of a building that's restricted to authorized personnel. In this case, a tester or an attacker uses a technique called piggybacking. Piggybacking is trailing closely behind an employee who has access to an area without the employee realizing you didn't use a PIN or a security badge to enter the area. Those skilled in piggybacking watch authorized personnel enter secure areas and wait for the opportune time to join them quickly at the security entrance. They count on human nature and the desire of others to be polite and hold open a secured door. This ploy usually works, especially if the piggybacker has both hands full and seems to be struggling to remove an access card from a purse or pants pocket. Some piggybackers wear a fake badge around their necks or pretend to scan a security card across a card reader. If they're detected, they might say their card has been giving them problems and use their social engineering skills to convince the security guard to let them through. A good preventive measure against piggybacking is using turnstiles at areas where piggybacking can occur. However, the best preventive measure is to train personnel to notify security when they notice a stranger in a restricted area. Employees must feel a vested interest in area security and should not rely on security personnel. Employees should be taught not to hold secure doors open for anyone, even people they know. Educate your users to get in the habit of making sure all employees use their access cards to enter a restricted area and to report any suspicious or unknown people to security. So there you have it, the art of piggybacking. Now let's dance into the next topic. Security bites. A well-dressed security tester walked into a hospital with a laptop and sat down in the waiting area next to the nurses' station. He was able to access passwords and logon information on his laptop and collected data for more than a week without being questioned by security or hospital personnel. In fact, the security tester felt as though he was invisible. Doctors, nurses, administrators, and other hospital personnel never questioned the presence of the stranger in their midst, even though he had covered most of the waiting room table with legal pads and his laptop. After the security test was completed, it was determined that everyone thought the stranger was working for someone else in the area. No one felt responsible for finding out who the stranger was and why he was there. Now let's crash into the next topic. Almost everyone with an email address has received a phishing email at some point. Update your account details is a typical subject line. The message is usually framed as an urgent request to visit a website to make sure you're not locked out of an account, such as your online banking service. The website is a fake, but if you're tricked into giving out your personal account data, the money you lose is real. Figure 4.15 shows an actual phishing email purportedly from PayPal. One clue that the email isn't legitimate is that the recipient is addressed by the generic "Hi customer" instead of their name. Spelling, grammar, and formatting mistakes are also telltale signs of phishing emails. So there you have it, a little about phishing. Now let's slam into the next topic. A practice potentially more dangerous to companies is spear phishing, another attack carried out by email that combines social engineering with exploiting vulnerabilities. Attackers have used spear phishing to steal millions of dollars. Unlike phishing, this attack is directed at specific people in an organization and uses social engineering based on previous reconnaissance data to hook victims. A spear phishing email might appear to come from a sender the recipient knows and mention topics of mutual interest. The goal is to entice victims into opening an attachment or clicking a link. This action installs the spear-phished malware, which can have devastating effects on an organization's network. Some security consulting companies incorporate spear phishing attacks as part of their testing, using tools that can inject shellcode into Adobe PDF files. One example of these tools is Metasploit, which is included in Kali Linux. Email authentication technologies, such as Sender Policy Framework, Domain Keys Identified Mail, SYN-ACK, and PGP, as well as security awareness training for users and constant vigilance help reduce the threat of phishing and spear phishing. We just discussed piggybacking, phishing, and spear phishing in this video. If you find this video useful, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel. To see more videos like this, please click in the rectangle in the middle of your screen. To see other videos from this channel, please click the circle on the bottom right. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.